Anger. An emotion we all in the human race experience, taken from our most primitive ancestors. But what happens when this anger reaches our body's boiling point? Reaching a state that we have to just bust all our anger open at anyone and deal with the consequences.
Thank you for that follow, Jaden the Menace too.
Enter Crashouts. Defined as to get really mad or upset and lose all your self-control. But you probably already know what it is because, well, TikTok likes to take a word and abuse it until nothing's left of it. Someone who should probably be on the Mount Rushmore of public crashouts, Orange Juice Simpson. I think that's how his name goes. Why else would his parents name him OJ? It's crazy how no one remembers him for his legacy as an all-time football star, which goes to show you shouldn't murder people. It's not nice. I'm not gonna lie, the OJ Simpson trial must have been a hype-ass time to be alive because this man was truly crashing out and all of the public was talking about it. The announcement of the verdict at 100 million viewers, that was literally 60% of the country. The last time more than 60% of Americans got together was to defeat the British. He originally got convicted for the crime, and instead of turning himself in like the average civilian would, he goes on the iconic 60-mile police chase thinking he can make it to freedom. Which is true anger in my eyes because he was not thinking. Even if the cops never saw him on the road, then what was he gonna do when he was in public? Would have to live in a shed his whole life or something. The whole world damn near knew this man's face. I don't think throwing on some fake glasses and a nose would work out. Then when the trial ended and he won the case, this man goes and makes a book called If I Did It, which hypothetically reveals how he would have done the murders if he actually did it. Like, no way they just let this pass.
In what world? He got off scot-free and then he made a video, or not a video, a fucking book on how he would have done it if he was to do it. He's guilty. He did it.
At a certain point, we should say what the court declared. The public has declared him guilty. This is the modern equivalent of saying a crime in detail and then putting in GTA right after. The details in the book are so specific, it's like he almost actually did it.
That's insane.
Imagine. And he
I know it's. Why am I getting an ad? I have. Oh my. Oh, it's because I didn't refresh.
Anger. An emotion we all in the human race experience, taken from our most primitive ancestors. But what happens when this anger reaches our body's boiling point? Reaching a state that we have to just bust all our anger open at anyone and deal with the consequences later. Enter Crashouts. Defined as to get really mad or upset and lose all your self-control. But you probably already know what it is because, well, TikTok likes to take a word and abuse it until nothing's left of it. Someone who should probably be on the Mount Rushmore of public crashouts, Orange Juice Simpson. I think that's how his name goes. Why else would his parents name him OJ? It's crazy how—
Oh, wait, we already just saw this part. What the fuck? My bad, y'all.
Won the case. This man goes and makes a book right after. The details in the book are so specific, it's like he almost actually did it.
Like he
imagine. And he just kept no, his mind state was never sane after this. This man even went on the news to describe the scenes in detail in the book, and honestly it's the hardest thing to ever watch.
This guy kind of got into a karate thing, and I said, well, you think you can kick my ass? And I remember I grabbed a knife. I do remember that portion, taking a knife from Charlie, and to be honest, after that I don't remember, except I'm standing there and there's all kind of stuff around, and
what kind of stuff?
I hate to say this, but this is
well, now I believe him. You would think after pulling off the heist of the century, he would call it quits and retire until old age. Okay. Yeah, no, he got convicted of robbing and kidnapping in 2008 and sentenced to 33 years in jail. But he's free now and actually has
He's free now?
Twitter. So if you're seeing this, Mr. OJ, this whole portion of the video was a joke, you know? You know how things are. Rent is due, family's gone homeless, need to pay the bills somehow, so I've just been lying this whole time. I mean, we all saw the case. You weren't guilty. Don't worry, I'll switch up the topic for you, Mr. OJ. Like that man Ezra Miller was really guilty.
1 second. I gotta order my burrito. I have to order my burrito. Let me see. Okay, let me make sure it's not locked. Okay, cool. Place my order. Come on, I'm hungry. Okay, we're good. Give me a burrito for real. I'm not gonna lie, I'm broke. Excuse me. What the fuck? Not. Oh my gosh. Okay. place delivery. Give me a taco. I don't got monies for enough for everybody to eat tonight. My bad.
Ezra Miller had a crazy run of Crashouts from 2022 to 2023.
Oh
Out of nowhere, this man started lashing out on all of society. If you came near him, there was a 99% chance you was not making it out alive. And it was all in perfect timing for what was supposed to be the savior of the DC franchise, the Flash. And saving the franchise, it did not do. This all started unironically when he sent a threatening message to the KKK in 2022. I know they were shivering in their boots once they got the message that the Flash was coming for them. Low-key, he was standing on business. I rock with the message. Yeah, but then he assaulted a woman and got charged with second-degree assault, so there goes that. And all of this was because he was asked to leave a bar. Like brother, you could have went right down the street. After that, he got accused of grooming a girl he met in 2016 when she was 12? Bro, this man is a famous Hollywood male actor. He doesn't even have to try to pull and still does this. That's how you know he's a true villain at heart. Then he got a restraining order filed on him. Then he pled guilty to a misdemeanor and got 1 year probation. Then look, I'm not doing any more than he's, alright? You get it, the crazy. But if you put Ezra Miller and FouseyTube on Crash Out to Crash Out, I'm going with FouseyTube every time. FouseyTube comes back every 3 to 4 years to reign catastrophe on the social media streets. I don't think we've seen a sane version of him since he was doing pranks on YouTube. No sane man can transform their body as much as FouseyTube does without having some sort of ferocity. And probably steroids, because no way this did this in a year. I've seen him fatten up to look like Fat Albert, then transform to a Greek god at least 20 times. His first public crash out was the whole festival event in 2018 where he was promising shit like Drake was gonna be there. And
that motherfucker was with the yeah,
instead of Drake, the crowd got a swatting, so I'd say they were satisfied. Then he went on this iconic 10-minute rant on his car where, you know what, he was actually spitting some real shit.
Talking about the little things. You're heating up your breakfast when I'm heating up my dinner.
See, like, you just gotta understand what he's like.
Yeah, no, that was disgusting. That was actually very, very cringy. Thank you, Megan.
Like what he's talking about, like you gotta be in the know to know you're in. And of course, we can't forget about the kick run he had, which was a build up to the eventual crash. I've never seen in real time a creator become mentally insane like I did with Fousey. Clip after clip every day of Fousey doing something more bonkers than the day before it was coming out. I've seen this man dig into his ass crack on his streams. I can't say that.
Whoa, at least he's washing it. He looks like he was getting real far up there with his hand, but it looks like he was washing it. Maybe he was just washing it between his ass cheeks. If he was washing it between his butt cheeks, maybe that's valid. Anything else, if he was just digging in his butt to dig in his butt, then that's disgusting. But if he's just, you know, giving it a good scrub, then that's cool. He's clean. Okay.
For a lot of other streamers. Maybe he's just innovating. Tune into my next stream for a surprise. But you would think with all this crash out energy that if he got into a fight, it would be over for the other dude instantly. Yet in an actual boxing match, he loses to Deji out of all people. I don't know how the crazy isn't translating to the muscles, but he's got to fix that ASAP. And it's been a while since I've seen Fousey pop out. Some would say it's almost too quiet. So give it a couple of months and it'll be guaranteed he's back. Someone who's guaranteed to not come back ever though is R. Kelly. Well, at least for 31 years.
No, yeah, literally. I was gonna say, it just looked like he was washing in between his butt cheeks. Like, you know, he's getting in there. I don't know, maybe he, you know, whatever he likes to do, that's what he likes to do. But, I mean, I think, you know, any normal person who washes their body, you know, that's what it's gonna look like. You're digging up your ass a little bit from the front. But really, you're just washing it between your cheeks from the back. It just looked like you digging up your butt from the front, you know? Yeah.
Years, which is when his sentence ends. Hold up. How the f did R. Kelly only get 31 years? Did no one question this? This is literally the face of Hollywood pedos. Seeing R. Kelly's eventual crash out years ago was so funny because literally the whole public at that point already knew about the PP video. Knew he got married to Aaliyah, who was 15, by lying on marriage documents. Were people supposed to forget after seeing it and go, oh my god, the emotions in his voice, the emotions in his movements. We know the truth now. Free R. Kelly. The Boondocks even made an episode in 2005 making fun of the fact that everyone just forgave him because he could sing good. And obviously R. Kelly could sing, but there's so many iconic singers for people to be defending him like this. He's not touching MJ, Freddie Mercury, Frank Sinatra. Name an iconic singer and I'm picking them over him. A person who always manages to pick the right cause and take a knee for the black community though is Ryan Garcia. Who is next? Honestly, I had no idea how to transition, but we're gonna roll with Ryan Garcia. Is one of the most.
Do y'all think Ryan Garcia crashed out, or do y'all think he was low-key spitting? Do y'all think he definitely was, he witnessed what he witnessed? Are y'all like conspiracy theorists or into all that type of shit? Or do y'all just like, you know, you think he was just a crash out? Thank you for the 10 gifted subs, Bread. Thank you, man. W Bread, man. Thank you. Now give 15. That's crazy. You think Stratus got money?
And well-known boxers, and he's been going
now make it
viral
20.
this
Somebody
year
make
for,
it
you
20
guessed
right
it,
now.
crashing out. No one knows exactly where
50
this came
subs.
from. Maybe he still feels the L from his fight with
know one of y'all
Gervonta
is
Davis.
rich.
He might be off the finest supply of coke from Peru. Might be drowning a bottle of Henny before every live. Or maybe he's telling the truth. He's been coming out with different rants online, saying the elites are out to get him. Saying he's got full video evidence proof of everything these weirdos got going on. And don't get me wrong, I truly believe about the Hollywood elites and freaks just as much as the other.
If you had to choose, would you rather eat pineapple on pizza or mint ice cream with cold water?
Pineapple on pizza. Pineapple on pizza before mint ice cream with cold water. Y'all already know I don't fuck with mint. Mint ice cream is just absolutely fucking disgusting to me, so I'd rather eat pineapple on pizza before I eat, a pint of mint ice cream with cold fucking water. I'm not trying to shock my body into, you know, me passing away. But, yeah.
Ever since Blue's Clues. But there's only one big problem. He hasn't shown a single piece of evidence to back up what he's talking about. If you got the proof that could take down all these elites with a single post, then you telling me you can't post a single shred of evidence? I mean, all you have to do is just open a social media app and the post button is right there from camera roll to world. It ain't that hard. He keeps hopping on live stream to live stream, ranting still, and it's kind of sad to see. I want to move on to some fictional characters, starting off with Gon. Spoiler warnings, by the way. Gon was a jolly kid throughout almost all of Hunter x Hunter, no matter what was thrown at him. Him and Killua went through the trenches, and he was still always managing to smile. Even when Hisoka was trying to take his butt, he never staggered. But when he transformed to Big Black to beat P2, I knew the story was over, honestly. This literally made the air in the room start swirling over him. How do you go from a 4'11" midget jolly kid to this thing? He sacrificed his abilities to even use his powers again, just to beat his ass. I've never seen a crash out from a fictional character so badly that they stop being the main character of their own show. Like, he doesn't even show up in the story anymore after this. Bro gave up his salary just for revenge. And honestly, that did deserve it, so I can't be mad. If Hunter x Hunter ever comes back,
let me see.
then we can guarantee, like his dad, that Gon won't be there. Someone else's kid who's guaranteed to not be there is Miguel O'Hara. Honestly, Miguel had one of the most valid crash outs out of everybody on this list. Because Miles quite literally f***ed up the whole universe and his whole life too. He went from happy wife, happy life to clinically insane psycho who manages an entire universe. Like, there isn't an ounce of soul in this man anymore. And by the way, he was slamming it.
I think that's the name of that game that I'm thinking of right now. I want to play... Fuck. Is that the game? Yes, Jump Force, bro. I want to play Jump Force again. When I first got Jump Force, I was so heavy on it, I would not get off of it when it first came out. And I don't know why it just made me think of that, but I want to play it.
Throwing Miles in their fight, he definitely went racist after this. Like, he even called Miles a mistake. That's when you know someone is pissed. I mean, he definitely could have found a better solution instead of sending a whole universe to attack a 15-year-old and take him down. At the point he was at, he was just seeing pure rage. But you know what? F everybody else on this video before this. The #1 crash out of all time, someone whose crash out hopefully is never passed, is Hitler. Like, on the real, you got rejected from art school and did what? Man, at least take the pain on the school commissioners. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, I love you guys consensually. And until next time, I'm out.
W Tommy, man. W Tommy. I mean, oops.